This is Brand here. Today I'm going to show you how to create your website art portfolio. The first thing you need to do is go to your Google Drive. I'm going to do that by pressing on the 9 dots and then selecting Drive. When you're in your Google Drive, you're going to press New and then go to More and then select Google Sites. The first thing you want to do when the site loads is change it from Untitled Site to your name. And then you can also enter your name here as well. Now the great thing about Google Sites is that it gives you different themes that you can choose from for your website. So if you look at these tabs on the right here, you'll notice Themes is on the end. And I recommend that you click through these to see which one you like best. And remember, you can also change the colors as well. And you can also change the font style. I think I'm going to stick with Diplomat for now, but I know that I can change this if I decide to later. The next thing that you should do is add pages to your website. So next to the Themes tab is also a tab that says Pages. At the bottom of that tab is a little plus, and when you mouse over it, it'll say New Page. And the first page we're going to add is called Art Portfolio. You'll notice in my list of pages, I have two now. I have the home page, which is where I entered my name, and then I also have my art portfolio page. Whatever you title this page will be placed in the text box and then also placed at the top menu bar. Let's go ahead and add two more pages. The next one will be called Infographics. This is where we will place the infographics that we create this semester. And then the last one will be called Independent Work. This is where you can add images of things that you do outside of art class or projects from other classes or even sketches that you work on when you're done with your assignments for art class. Now that I've created my pages, the next thing I need to do is add my first artwork. So on the art portfolio page, I am going to insert an image of my visual journal cover. Next to the Pages tab, you'll also see a tab called Insert, and there you'll see a button that says Images. Unfortunately, Google Sites does not like Google Drawing files. When you scroll through this Insert menu, you'll notice that you can insert YouTube, calendar, map, docs, slides, sheets, forms, but there's nothing for Google Drawings. So we're going to have to download our Google Drawing of our visual journal cover as a JPEG first, and then we can insert it as an image. I need to find that image, so what I'm going to do is go back to my Google Drive, and a lot of times you'll have this quick access bar at the top which will show you things that you've worked on recently or opened recently. So here's mine right here. You can also click on Recent and see if it comes up. There it is again. Or if you still don't see it there, then you can look at the search bar in Drive, click the little caret for search options, and search the type as drawings. And then this will show you every Google Drawing file that you have in your Google Drive. So I'm going to open this up. So now that I have this opened, the next thing I need to do is say File, Download, JPEG. Now I can go back to my Google site and I can insert an image. So when I'm in the Insert menu and I click on Images, I can say Upload. And I should find this image right away in my downloads. Now, it inserted it on the page, but it's really tiny. So the next thing I want to do is grab the corner to make it larger, because I want this to be something that people see right away. Now, you also can move it side to side to make sure it's centered. Right now, it's justified to the left-hand side of my portfolio, but I want it to be in the middle. And you can pay careful attention to those vertical lines to see if you have an equal amount on both sides. Then you'll know it's centered. One last thing to do is to click this button right here that says Uncrop. That'll make sure that you're not losing anything, any parts of your image from stretching it to make it bigger. So it's always important to make sure you click on Uncrop. I want people to know what this is, so the next thing I'm going to do is insert a text box, and I want this to go below my artwork. And here I have some settings. I can change it to normal text, title, heading, subheading. I think I'm going to try subheading and see if I like that. I'm going to center the text, and I'm going to say Visual Journal Cover. Other things you can do when you're looking at here, you can click on this paint palette and then it'll change the color that's behind it. So if you want everything to have that same color scheme, you can do that. I think this is still a little small, so maybe I'll call it a heading so that that's a little bit bigger. You can also change the font if you would like, or just use what the theme gives you. But there's lots of different options once you start adding things onto your website. For now, this is all that we have to add. The next thing that you're going to do is very important. You need to share this website with me. That way I can help you if you run into any problems. So just like in other Google applications, I can see that there is a button right here with a person and a plus, and it says Share with Others. And here I'm going to type in a brand. I can even write a message, and then I can say send. And you want to make sure, once you've shared it with me, that I'm an editor. That way I can make any changes that you need help with. And then the last thing that we're going to do for now is we're going to go ahead and publish this website. To do that, you're going to click on the Publish button right here, and then you want to see what is your URL going to be. Everybody's website address is going to be sites.google.com/liveforlifeacademy.org, and then / whatever you enter in this box right here. So I could say Mrs. Brand Art Portfolio, or you could just leave it as your name. That's up to you. The next thing I want you to do is click Manage, and when you do that, it should give you an option under Links to make sure that people can see this. So this is a published site at Live for Life Academy. Anyone in this group can find and open. Well, that's good, but we want to make it public. That way you don't have to be a member of Live for Life Academy to look at the website. So if you want to share this with your family, then you can do that, and then they'll be able to look at what you've created as well. And then I can say Done. And then I can say Publish. Now, if you want to preview your website, you can click on this button right here. This will show you a preview of your website on a few different platforms. So I can click on Home and see that I don't have anything here yet. Art Portfolio, I have my visual journal cover. Then I have the page for independent work and infographics. So my website is pretty bare right now, but it's neat to be able to see this preview. If I were looking at it on a phone, I can click here and see what it would look like. And because we're using Google Sites templates, it will automatically adjust the titles and the header photos on all of the pages. And then I can also see what it would look like on a tablet. When you're done with the preview, you can X out of it. Now, one thing I noticed is that I think I want my independent work page to be after my infographics page. So if I want to make another change, I can come back here to Pages, and I can just move that down so that I can see it's below the other. And then when you do that, it automatically changes it on your menu up here. But since I made a change, I need to publish my website again. So now I'll go ahead and click Publish. It'll show me what it looked like before. So this is what's currently published. That independent work is above infographics. And then if I look here, you'll see that that got changed so that now it's below it. So if I like those changes, I can say Publish, and now it's ready to be shared. If you want to share out the URL, a quick way to do that is to click on this little caret option right here to see your publish settings, and then that's when you'll see that really long URL again. And then you can click and highlight it and you can copy it and paste it in an email or paste it in a new tab to see what it looks like. Well, I can't wait to look at your websites. Thanks for watching.